Yo, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On second down, a run with Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, here's Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to air one out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Topper. Hit it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go.
Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Nice, sweetheart.
Hey, exit. Now.
2nd and 6. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Pick it up, pick it up. Yes, yes. General West.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Go.
Joker. Right there.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays? Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
It doesn't take a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Nifty footwork at the 45. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Mike's 50. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Rock it. You think you gonna get this? Sure.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
I got one. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Ready?
Throwing again. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Mike 57.
They gonna need some therapy after this. Hey, wahoo!
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. 57's the Mike, 57's the Mike.
Hey, zoom.
57's the Mike, watch 57.
Switch up. Undercrunch.
Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen.
Now Jackson. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come to my world. We want it.
2nd and 4. It finds his target, Beckham. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Look at me. Door.
Alert 3, alert 3.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. This one into the hands of Hurd. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This is Breida. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
57's to Mike. 57's to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 57's Mike. Mike 57. He runs. Switch it.
X3. 218, chopper. Yo, go.
57. I got you. I got you.
From the gun, Lawrence. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now! Hey, Echo!
To throw again, Lawrence. Open man is Higgins. All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there as the first half is winding down. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. This time they stay on the ground. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Come on. Minus 50. They can't hang with us. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Check 4, check 4.
Check 31, check 31.
Clear. Now.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, 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 hey.
Motion, motion, motion.
Hey, hey, hey. High 7.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
3 bud, 3 bud. Pick the edge. Come, come.
5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Mike Spark forward. Oh, here we go.
22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. Ready, ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Check 52.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Lawrence. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now, they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First down, San Francisco.
On first down, Huntley completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And the Raiders have got him. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
You got nothing today.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. An even 90 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Check 13. Check.
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley. That'll be complete to Breida. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, Huntley into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Go.
Come on, now. 57. Mike 57.
Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's get it.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Target.
Yes. Buzz.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Check Mike.
Big grip.
Now they try the right side here. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he's on to punt for Oakland. On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or maybe just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley going deep here for Bryant. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Breida. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Open man is Hurd. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw. Huntley nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Get him, you got him.
Hey, Alpha.
57's Mike. Wild Bill. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Got it. Let's go. 10 Lobo.
54. Get that quarterback. And all come. Check.
Pilot. 64. Weak.
Check. Crunch.
Leo.
Watch the twins.
Let go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 49ers' 14-yard line.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half.